Well, hi everyone, and welcome to the launch of one of our lovely team members, Desiree. I'm Tanya, and I've been in the business for 10 months. There's been a lot of changes for me in that time where it's actually helped my family, not just with their health, but also in terms of our finances. It's also given me and my husband in particular a little bit more freedom, which is fantastic. That's what we all want, and that's what's happening here for this team and for Desiree in particular. She's jumped into this business with the great desire to make this something really good for her family, so that she's got something really good for herself, to grow herself, but also to give her family a wee bit more of a financial lift, and to have a little bit more freedom to be able to do more things, which is great. That's what we all want with this business, and this is definitely the opportunity to give people that. So without further ado, this is really all about Desiree. So I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about our fantastic program that we have behind our business, because we do have an amazing business, but we also have an incredible product that's actually what our business is all about. But first of all, I just want you guys to just put your hands up if you know people that have illnesses, heart disease, asthma, high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, allergies, digestive issues, ADHD, autoimmune disorders, even cancer. I know I put my hand up for all those because I know people with those illnesses, and sadly that's a way of life at the moment that's happening so much in our society, and it shouldn't be happening. We all know how fruits and veggies are actually nature's medicine, and really if we were actually consuming a lot more fruits and vegetables, our society would be a lot more healthier than what it is now. So that brings us to our fantastic program. So we have an amazing online program which is called the Juicy Body Transformation Program. And what this is, it's a lifestyle change that's been helping thousands of people to feel better and look great. It helps increase energy, motivation, gratitude, helps people lose weight if they want to. It also helps them to get the best really out of their mind and body. We don't believe in calorie counting or deprivation or dieting, just eating real food that's delicious and nutritious. So the program contains hundreds of family-friendly recipes. It contains meal plans, exercise plans, gratitude journal. You get online support because it's all based online. And of course you've got a lifetime access. So once you're actually in the program, you're actually in it for life. So the product is actually free with our fantastic support products. So our support products are Juice Plus, okay? So these are our fruits, these are our veggies, and these are our berries. So what they are is they're our micronutrients. They're made from 30 vine-ripened, hand-picked whole food ingredients. The whole fruit and vegetables are pulped. They're cold pressed so as not to damage any of the nutrients by heat, and dehydrated at a really low temperature into a powder, and then encapsulated into a vegan capsule. So what these capsules do is they actually bridge the gap between what you are eating and what you should be eating. Because how many of us, I mean, I can put my hand up right now and say that, you know, I struggle some days to actually get the recommended daily dose of 9 to 13 fruits and vegetables a day. And most of us are pretty much the same. So what this does is this ensures that we're having extra, not just the recommended daily dose, but extra nutrients on top of that on a daily basis, which is great. The other thing is they're GMO and pesticide free, which is fantastic. They've also got over 30 gold standard peer-reviewed medical studies published in medical journals. I think we've got about 35 actually, and then we've got more currently underway, which is fantastic. And also our product has never actually been recalled. So that goes to show that they really do work. Because if it's backed up by research and proof, then that's fantastic. So as you'll see on the back of the containers, can you see that? Maybe not. It's got a food label, okay? So it's actually not a supplement label. And this is not a list of synthetic ingredients that we don't know what it says and we actually don't understand what it is. It's real food, okay? So if you can eat the food on the label, then it's safe for anyone to eat, even during pregnancy or breastfeeding. And this just makes sense. I mean, you take, for example, an apple. So an apple has thousands and thousands of phytonutrients. They have enzymes, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. And so you're getting thousands and thousands of nutrients, including all the other fruits and vegetables that are in the capsules that you're taking daily. If you compare that to a multivitamin, for example, a multivitamin is fractured. So it's actually, you're only getting a tiny fraction of all those nutrients. And most of the time they're synthetic. So your body doesn't recognize it. It's not bioavailable. So your body just ends up peeing it out because it sees it as toxic. That's why you get that disco wee. That's great. I know it's awful, but so yeah, and of course our products are, because they're food, they're bioavailable. Your body recognizes it straight away and it's absorbed in your bloodstream within 7 minutes at a cellular level. So your body takes it to where the nutrients are needed the most. It also creates craveability. So it floods your body with all the right nutrients, giving your body what it needs to heal and function at an optimal level. So, my husband and I have had a lot of benefit from these products. I jumped on the product first when I saw my friend not very well, and and after 4 days my energy had increased because I was suffering from an autoimmune disorder and I had chronic pain every day, and I felt like a zombie. I was just trying to get through my day, and I found that my energy increased almost overnight. I had within 2 weeks, the chronic pain that I'd had for 4 years had actually disappeared, which was fantastic for me. It's been 10 months now and I still have no chronic pain, which is really, simple. It blew my mind at the time, but of course it's actually really simple. And even my husband, he wasn't very unwell, but he had verrucas all his life as a child, right through, and he's never actually been able to heal them. He hasn't treated them with anything else, and they have just recently fallen out. So that's fantastic news. It really does boost your immune system. So the other thing that we have, which is fantastic about our company, is that they have a massive mission to actually help improve children's health long term. So that means that they really want children to be eating more fruits and veggies. So enter our Child Health Study program, and these are our chews. So here's our veggie chews, our kids' chews, and these are our fruit chews. And so these are actually exactly the same as the capsules, but they're put into a chew form, and there's been a little bit of tapioca starch added just to make them more palatable for kids. And they're actually really delicious. My daughter and I love the veggie ones, and we can eat the whole packet just in one sitting, which is, I know, really bad, but they're really delicious. And they certainly have really helped my kids, because we have my kids on them too. It's certainly helped my daughter with anxiety and depression. It's really helped to balance her mood, and my son's skin, it's also helped us clear his skin up as well. So that's great. But the best part is they're actually wanting to eat more fruits and veggies, which is really hard to do. These are teenagers. I know it's difficult for little children to eat them, but for teenagers as well. So it's really great when I see them taking vegetables to school in their lunch boxes. Can't beat that. Okay, so now those are our micronutrients. Now we've also got our macronutrients. So these are our complete plant-based superfood powders, which contain plant-based protein, healthy fats, and carbs that your body requires. So this is the vanilla and this is the chocolate. So 2 different flavors. They're not designed for a meal replacement, as we don't really believe that your meals should be replaced. We really believe that whole food is the best for your meals. But what they're really, really good at is they're great for a healthy snack, for an afternoon pick-me-up, a pre-workout drink. If you're a meal skipper and you're not used to having breakfast, they're really good to get you back into having breakfast. They're great in smoothies. They're fantastic in baking or just sprinkling on your cereal. And, you know, I have some customers that use them in the Juicy Body Transformation program as well, just to boost their nutrients. They also contain niacin and vitamin D, which is fantastic for our mental health as well. Good mood stabilizers. And then lastly, we have our fantastic Omega blend. Okay, so you see that? So these are, I mean, just like our fruits and veg, most of us are lacking in fatty acids as well. And our fatty acids are fantastic for heart and eye health. They're also good for inflammation and great for your skin. So what's unique about ours is they're actually 100% plant-based from 6 different sources. So they skip the fish and go straight to the algae. And then so that means that there's no aftertaste. It's great for people that are allergic to fish. And also, like the capsules, the fruit and vegetable capsules, they're also a tapioca-based vegan capsule too. So these, you know, just want to end that section of our product with the fact that we're real people. We had real health issues, and we are getting real results. And you know, like anybody, we don't know what this is going to do to your body. You can put it inside your body and you may get subtle results, or it may really help you. We don't know that. But what we do know is that the results that we've had are real, and it's worked for us. And so these nutrients will go to your body, to the areas that need it the most. So whatever it is your body needs, your body will get from these nutrients. So I'm just going to go over to the lady of the moment, to Desiree. I'm just going to unmute you, honey. There you are. So if you just want to tell us your story and about your product and how you got started on the product, Desiree, and where you're at now.
Well, I first got started, I was watching Tanya's feed quite closely, and I ended up getting her to contact me to talk about it, and I told her all the things that were wrong. I suffer from depression and anxiety, and I have an autoimmune disease. I suffered from constant pain. I actually found it quite hard to walk. And I have a very busy life, and I was always exhausted. And once she told me all about the product, I thought, why not try it? And since then, I've been on for just on 8 weeks, and I have no pain. I'm not as bloated. My tummy's never sore. I've come off my medication for depression, which I'm actually really happy about. And I've got my kids on it, and my 2 oldest children, they have really bad acne, and it was scarring them, but their faces have almost completely cleared up. And yeah, I talked to Tanya about joining because I own my own business, but we're closing, and I needed something else where I was the boss still, because that works for me. And this seemed perfect because I know that it works because I'm on it, and it's worked for my children. So I thought, why not? That's me.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much for that. You know, and I just want to mention here that Desiree has actually got 9 children. She is a very busy mum, and no surprises that she was tired and quite unwell, because there wasn't much time left for you, was there, Desiree?
No, I had no time.
Absolutely. No. But it really warms my heart knowing that you have not just gone off your medication, but that you are feeling so much better, Desiree, because I know that you were really sick. So it's really lovely to hear stories like that. So I'm so happy for you. So
I'm happy.
nice.
It's so nice to feel good all the time.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And even, you know, better that you can help your family too, you know.
That's just an added bonus.
It is. Yeah, so thank you for sharing, honey. That was really lovely.
Thank you.
I'm just going to pop you back on to mute. Now, I'm going to jump over to Jo, and Jo's going to share her product story too. Thank you, Jo. The floor's all yours. Okay, there.
Hear me? Cool. So I started taking the products at the end of March. So it's been 3 months now. And within the first week, I felt a big increase in energy. I'm not feeling tired after I'd finished work and coming home and not being bothered doing anything else. Like I could keep going until I went to bed pretty much, which was such a massive improvement. And one of the reasons why I wanted to try them was because, you know, I don't have any kids. I feel silly for saying that I felt tired when Desiree's got so many kids. Anyway, but and I have like a desk job, so I was sitting all day, coming home tired, and I was like, this is just ridiculous. I try to eat as healthy as I can and stuff, and clearly I was missing a lot of nutrition because we just don't eat enough of it. So that was such a cool thing to feel like how you should be feeling. And also sleeping so much better. Like I fall asleep so quickly now and just sleep deeply, and I wake up feeling refreshed, and that sort of mind fog and stuff is gone, and my focus is so much better. And just other little things that I've noticed happening over the last couple of months. My nails are really strong. I always had, you know, like a bit of gross skin around pimples and things, and that's all cleared up, and my scars are all starting to clear up. My sister started taking them about a month after me. She's got a little 7-month-old little boy, and she's feeling a lot more energy and sleeping so much better, and she's lost a bit of weight, and they've fully changed the way that they're eating, her and her husband. Like they use a lot of the recipes from our program, and they both love them. So you don't feel like you're not on a diet. There's no missing out on anything. If anything, like I feel so much more nourished from the food that I'm eating now. You know, like good whole food and full of flavor and everything. And yeah, it's just been so great. We also take the shakes. We have them for breakfast as a smoothie. So we mix them with banana and avocado and almond milk, and they're so yummy, and they keep me full until lunchtime. And you just feel like that. It's like a kickstart to the morning, like a good mood booster, and yeah, they're delicious. And I love that you can use them in different recipes and things as well. Like it's not like a protein shake, like they're actual food, and they're really yummy. So yeah, I'll be taking them for the rest of my life.
That's great. Yeah, I know. I'm right with you, Jo. I'm the same. Definitely taking for the rest of my life too. So thank you for sharing. That was really nice and great to know that you've got all that you're feeling so well too, and you've got lots of energy. It's a really nice feeling, isn't it? So you know, and something that Jo brought up when she was talking about, you know, how people are feeling so much better and actually eating better. It's amazing what happens when you put the right nutrients into your body. Your body craves the same. So it's like it's like your body doesn't need to have those quick cravings anymore of that stimulating stuff like sugar and things that are going to give your body a quick fix for energy. So once it starts getting those really good nutrients, it just starts craving fruits and veggies again, which is great. Just makes us want to eat better, which is really what we want for our future health. So you've heard that we have an amazing product, without a doubt. It really is a fantastic product and program. But there is actually a business behind this, and I jumped into the business after 4 days of being on the product because I saw it as a really good way for me to help other people on a larger scale. I felt quite stuck in my current job that I was in, and felt that I couldn't help people the way I wanted to. I also felt stuck really in not being able to have the freedom that I wanted or the income that I wanted to have in terms of traveling. We wanted to travel. We also, you know, we're getting older and we're looking at sort of retirement and things like that. So I knew that we wouldn't be able to achieve what we wanted to on the income we had. So it was a no-brainer really just to jump in and just to make things happen. And after 4 months of being in the business, I was actually able to leave my day job, which is great. So now this is my full-time gig. I know when I say full-time, it's not actually full-time because some days I don't do that many hours, which is great. But that's the beauty of this business. It gives us all the time freedom to be able to do and be with the people that are actually really important in our lives and do the things that we really want to do in our lives. So yeah, that's what we love about this business. So I'm going to pop on over to Maxine, and Maxine's going to dispel a few myths on the business. I know there's a few skeptics out there. So she's just going to talk to you about how this works and just throw a few of those myths out there. So the floor's all yours, Maxine.
Okay, hi everybody. I'll just have to make sure you can see my piece of paper. So my background is that I am a registered nurse and I now work as a natural health practitioner, but for the purpose of this, I'll just talk about what it was like for me working as a nurse. Compared to how I see what this business can offer me. So basically, when I was working as a nurse, I worked in a standard top-down corporation. So it looks like that. Can you see my...
Not quite. Move it. That's better. Now we can see. Towards you, Maxine.
My screen is really strange. I can't see what I'm doing.
That's it. Now we can see. No, back where you were. That's it.
Sorry.
Yep,
Here?
that's perfect. Yep, we can see it now.
Okay. I might just go like that. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's just going off the side of the screen a little bit. But that the other way, towards you. That's it.
Okay. Sorry, the reason that the problem is the screen I'm looking at is a bit different to what you're saying. Anyway, so when I was nursing and working in a normal top-down corporation, we had this kind of structure where we had the CEO at the top. Down here, we had all the people working, like myself, working as a registered nurse. I would be down here at the bottom. And in here, we would have the different levels of management going up towards the top. So when in the conventional corporation, when I was down here, I was basically very limited as to what pay I could achieve. I had a small pay flexibility in pay scale based on my experience as a registered nurse, but there was definitely a cap on it. In order to earn more money, I would have to start travelling up here to getting into more management positions. And as we can see in a top-down corporation, these positions are getting fewer and fewer as we go to the top. And at the very top, there'll only be one, perhaps a CEO or small number of high management positions. So quite difficult to advance. In order for me to advance as a nurse, I would have to go and undertake further training and education and gain further qualifications to advance. That would be at my own expense and in my own time. So in order to get into a higher management position, I'd have to go on and do a master's degree. To get anywhere near the top, I'm looking at a PhD, quite a substantial amount of investment of my own money and time, even just to be able to apply for those positions. So the other thing that we notice here as we move up into the more management positions is that we're getting more pay, but what we're noticing also is that we're losing more and more of our time freedom. And we're also gaining more responsibility. So I never actually made it to the top in the nursing profession in terms of management, but I had friends that did, and I could see what their lives were like. Basically, they didn't have one. They were pretty much required to be married to the job. So very little time freedom, huge responsibility, and even sometimes during annual leave, during holidays, still having to be available to the company. So that was how that structure worked there. The other thing that I would say about this structure here is even to get in on the bottom level is actually quite difficult for some people in our community. For example, some people with disabilities or who have been possibly made redundant later in life, perhaps people who are mothers who have a lot of responsibility for children or older aging family members. It's quite often difficult for them to actually manage to find their way in at the bottom level even. So it's quite exclusive. It excludes a lot of people in our community who have skills and who have something that they can contribute. But this system here makes it very difficult for them to do that. So when I looked at the Juice Plus business, it looked more like this. Get my piece of paper lined up again. Is that good? Yep. So with the Juice Plus business, it looks more like this. Excuse me. So we're starting down here, and what's cool about this is that anyone can start here. You can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be someone with no qualifications whatsoever. You're all welcome at this level. Anybody can come in. So to me already, we've got a business structure which is far more ethical and fair to begin with. So some people might choose to do a few extra hours in their spare time, maybe earn a little bit of money to pay for a few things. It's a little bit of jam on the bread and butter. Others might want to go all the way up. So I meant to put this here, NMD is our top position. Anyone who wants to go up to NMD level can. And at this level, then they're looking at replacing their full-time income. And what's happening here is as we go up, we're also creating a business, a very supportive business, where we're gaining more time freedom and more flexibility as we go up, rather than the opposite, which is what we get in the conventional system. So the other thing that I see with this system here with Juice Plus is that you're advancing based on your own work and your own initiative, and you're getting paid on what you do. So you're being rewarded. The more you're working, the more you're committing to the business, the more you're going to get rewarded for what you do. So I think that's basically everything. The other thing which I talked about with the previous corporation system when I was a nurse and having to pay for all my own training, is in this system we also get all our training provided for free. We have a wonderful system of training, and that's available to all of us no matter who we are, and we can take up as much training as we like. So yeah, I mean, to me it just seems like a much more fair and ethical system.
Fantastic. Thank you, Maxine.
So if that's okay.
That was perfect. Thank you. Very nicely explained.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I would have to agree with what you were saying about how it's really difficult for some people in the community to actually get even down the bottom and traditional business. Definitely, we have a large number of our team are actually mums. So these are mums that are at home with small children. I mean, Desiree is just one of them, one of the many that we have. And this business is definitely giving them the opportunity to be able to contribute not just to their family, but also to the community and make them feel like they're actually giving something back. So that's fantastic about it. There's also a lot of people in this business that have disabilities that actually aren't able to work through sickness or disability too. So absolutely, it works really well. So I'm just going to pop over now to Ashley. Just got to find you and unmute you. And Ashley's going to talk about how we share this fantastic business. Thanks, Ash. Why is it not unmuting you? Yeah. Yours.
Hey guys, can you hear me all okay? Let me know if it cuts out, because it may cut out because the internet may be a little bit dodgy. So I'm actually doing this from Bali, so it may cut out. So this business, first of all, has just been incredible for me. I came into this business wanting to travel, of course, and I just found it so impossible to save enough money in order to travel. And when you do start traveling, you run out of money so quickly, and you've got to find a seasonal job, or you've got to work for horrible bosses. You've got to work in bad, negative work environments. I was actually found myself in a position that I was working 50 hours a week in a hotel, hospitality, tourism industry, and I just was getting burnt out. My health was depleting so many areas of my health, my mental health, my skin flared up and cystic acne. I was just completely overworked and I wasn't saving. So I couldn't really see myself doing that for the next 40 years onwards, to have to work to just scrape by and live. I just don't see the fun in that. Life is so short, and we don't get enough time to do what it is that we love and spend those special moments with the people that we love. So when I came across this, definitely I was skeptical. I had so many fears going on that this was one of those things that I'd have to be good at selling, that I'd have to be confident, and I was not any of those things before coming into this. The beautiful community, the supportive environment, and of course the training has really developed my skills in so many of these areas to be here today. So I'm really grateful that I came across this and had the courage to say yes, because like so many of us, we let these opportunities slide by because of fear. And fear was driving me for so long, and I just had enough of it. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go give into it, just do it. regardless. And I did. And 6 months into doing it, I was able to quit that job that was not serving me at all. I was able to say bye to those bosses and all of the negative people in that environment. And I was able to take myself and my partner, and we were able to continue traveling around New Zealand in our camper van. So we continue traveling. We're now in Bali traveling. So it's just been incredible. And it just goes to show that with the right heart, the right drive, anything is possible in this, as long as you can believe in yourself enough. And if you don't, as long as you've got someone else in the court believing in you. I didn't believe in myself before this, and I found such a beautiful community that was able to believe in me, to push me to do the things that scared me. So one of the things that really scared me was I don't know enough people. I really don't know enough people. I didn't have many friends on Facebook to begin with. And I just, when I watched this, I could think of only those few people that were sick, that were suffering just like me, didn't like their jobs, didn't like their bosses. How many of you can think of someone with a disorder like Tans was saying, with some sort of health problem? Maybe they're pregnant, maybe they're low in energy, or maybe they just need more time freedom and want to travel and want to do the things that they love, or stay home more with their babies and not have to face that reality of having to go back to work again and childcare. That to me is so special, being able to give this gift to people and mums to be able to not have to put their kids in childcare. So of course I had the fear of not knowing enough people. Instantly I could think of two people that this may benefit, one of which was a mum. She was about to become a mum of 3. So she came along to something similar like this, to my launch, and here's me here. Her name was Danny, so here's her here. And instantly, because she was going to daycare, because she was dropping her kids off, because she was surrounded by other mums that were also interested in more health, better health for their kids, she was feeling more energy. Her skin cleared up. She had acne as well. She had fibromyalgia actually, and she found a lot of ease with her fibromyalgia. She wasn't in pain anymore. Obviously, people noticed. So many of the mums noticed, her friends noticed. So instantly she gained a couple of people here. So there, with me just knowing one person, I've gained a bit of a team here. And then one of my other girlfriends saw a post that I did on Facebook because I was traveling and I was able to do more things and have more time for myself. She reached out as well because she was a traveler. She wanted to find more time to travel and to dive and to travel the world. So she reached out to me. Her name was Christy. She reached out and also wanted to join the business, gain a bit more energy, and also create some more health because her health wasn't too good as well. Instantly, she found a couple of people as well, who then found more people. I then found more people as well who reached out to me. I was just in general conversation, no selling involved. I was just in general conversation just about what I was doing, sharing my passion for this, my love for this, sharing it on Facebook, on Instagram. People were noticing that I was different. People were noticing my skin was different, my vibrance, my whole everything was different because I was inspired. And inspiration goes so far. When you're inspired, people notice and people gravitate towards that. So I noticed people were gravitating towards me. They were sending me messages. What's this online work thing you're doing? I want more freedom. I want more time. So instantly it just popcorned out without me knowing. There were people in there that I didn't really know beforehand that were just friends of friends. Then they quickly found more people. And before I knew it, I had a team. And initially, I just knew 2 of them. So this is really powerful. And this just popcorns out beyond your control. I've been doing this for now 10 months, almost 11 months now. And I can happily say that it has changed my life. I know that sounds really corny and really crazy, but I didn't really know what this was before coming into this. And if I could give you any advice, is just to go for it. Just jump in. If you're feeling scared, if you're feeling anxious, if this scares you, if there's alarm bells going on, thinking that I'm not good enough, or I couldn't do that, or I'm not good like her, just do it. And if you do have any questions, get them answered, because I had loads of questions and I also had loads of fears. I went to the person who shared this, similar to you, and I went and got them answered. I watched a couple of things. They sent me a couple of things, and I just put fear aside and I just went for it. So there's obviously a reason that you're here tonight. There's obviously a reason that someone sent you this. Maybe they believe in you. Maybe they just want to help you. Or maybe there's a greater reason that you're here because you want change. You want something different. You're yearning for something. Maybe life's not really giving you that spark anymore. So if you're looking for something, or even if you're not, that's cool too. We're totally not here to convince you. But yeah, give it a go. Start with the product maybe, or start with both. I know I jumped into both as well. So yeah, thank you for listening.
Thanks, Ash. That was lovely. And do you know what the best part is? You're in Bali. You're in Bali and you're sharing this. And that's just shows the beauty of this business. Because I was doing the same when I was actually traveling through Asia, through Southeast Asia, and jumping onto the events and being able to share when you're in another country and still be able to work a business is just really fantastic. And that's what this business really offers people, is that freedom to be able to live your life the way that you want to. And thank you so much for sharing all that stuff about fear and believing in yourself too, because I know a lot of people find that when they first come in, that it is scary, that it does take a lot of courage to say, yes, I want to do this, but it will change your life. It really will. I mean, it's changed my life. I didn't have the fear quite the same. It didn't sort of hit me until later, because for me, I just jumped straight in, boots and all, but I kind of do that anyway. It's my thing. But I know that there's still, the fear does eventually come at some point, and you do kind of think, what can I actually do this? Is this going to work for me? And absolutely, as long as you keep going, this actually works. It actually works, Ash and I have traveled and we've left our jobs, so it's totally doable. It absolutely is. So thanks so much for sharing, honey, and so nice to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Cool. So I'm going to jump over now to Shannon, and Shannon's going to tell us how we get paid, because don't we want to know about how we get paid? Of course we do. That's an exciting bit. Thanks, Shannon.
Okay, so I'm just going to be really brief and just kind of go through the 3 ways that we get paid. I'm not going to dive too deep into it and confuse you all. But the first way that we get paid is retail profit. Now this one is just us sharing our story. So just like most of the girls have talked about tonight, we're not about selling, and that's the biggest thing that I was scared about when I came into this. I was like, I'm not that salesy person. I don't like it, because I don't like it coming from the other side either. I hate that feeling of being sold to. So that was a real no-go for me. So the more I looked into this business and realized that it was just a sharing thing. And, if you're on a product and you're having these amazing results, you actually just can't help but share them. And like the girls have said too, people notice when you're feeling better, when your energy's up, when your skin's cleared. I had a massive skin condition and it completely cleared. And so it's changed my life for sure. So in terms of the retail profit, that's only one way we get paid. And so that's just getting other people onto the product. The other epic thing about this company is it is a company with a heart. So we don't have to stock product, and we don't have to ship it out ourselves or drop it at people's doorsteps or anything like that. We just get the customers, and then our head office do the rest. They send all the product out. We don't have to worry about it. So it's just a connection. The other way that we get paid is commission. And this one's really exciting and gets super exciting later on down the track too, but I won't dive into it. The commission is just when you are helping other people. So you're growing your team, you're helping them and they're helping you. So it's just a really amazing community in that way. And then the really exciting way that we get paid, and the third way, is bonuses. Who doesn't like a good bonus? I do. And what's awesome as well is that we are all about treating ourselves when it comes to this. So most of us always say you got to treat yourself, whether it's mani-pedi, whether it's family holiday, anything like that. It's just really cool to be able to say, you work really hard, go treat yourself. So 3 ways. I don't know many other jobs around that you get paid 3 ways. Like, it's just kind of insane. What I'll do is I'll kind of show you a little bit of the bonuses, especially just probably the first 3 when you come into this, just so you can sort of see what I mean when I'm talking about bonuses. And it's only like one single way we get paid. So we all come in as a VF, so your virtual franchise. So everyone comes in the same stage. And then you move up to SCVF. And then I'll probably just go to SC. So when you come in as a VF, if you get your first promotion in 10 days, it's $100. $100 bonus. So that's not including these 2, that's just your bonus. So that's a go buy yourself some new shoes. And then your SCVF is $400. That's even better. And then your SC is $600, and it just goes up from there. The other awesome thing too with this is that not only you get your bonuses, is that the person who taught you and worked with you and taught you all the things that you need to know to get there, they also get that same bonus, which I just think is amazing, because it's a community, and we're all helping each other. You know, it's not a competition, you know, like in the other workforces. I know it's just like you feel like you're stepping on each other's toes all the time, and it's just stressful. Whereas this is just completely different. And like Maxine talked about too, it's kind of you go at your own pace. So if you want to make this big and you want to, you know, leave your job and travel the world like Talons and Ash, then you can do it. It's totally possible. If you're just wanting to pay the groceries and not have to worry about it, you know, you can do that too. So it's just really amazing the levels that you can do, and how I wouldn't say it's easy, but it feels easy. It doesn't feel like work. So yeah, I'll pass it back to Talons.
Thanks, Shannon. It's great to know how we get paid. You say that so beautifully. Okay, so now if you're all you all know about the business and how it works, and I just want to say a big thank you to you all for coming. If you are sitting there and you're actually watching this, or you're listening to this and you're thinking that this could be something that is really that resonates with you, something that you'd really like to do, that you could see it fitting into your life, then please reach out to the person that invited you and ask questions, get them answered. I mean, even if you're sitting there and you're saying, oh, you know, actually, you know, I'd like to do that, but, you know, like Ash was talking about, there's a bit of fear there and you're not quite sure, ask anyway, because at the end of the day, most of us have actually started in the same place as you. So we've all kind of felt that fear at some point and not sure whether this is something that you can actually do or not. And it really is simple in the fact that you do get trained, you get supported all the way. This is a beautiful community of people that really want to support us and have the best interest at their heart. So it really is not, it's really simple just to get your questions answered. I mean, if this is not for you, if you're thinking, no, doesn't really feel right for me, then that's okay too. Thank you for coming and for supporting Desiree. I mean, she was really I know she was a bit nervous about this. I know there was a bit of fear there for her, but I know she's done fantastically. But I also know that she's really excited about this business for herself and for her family. So just you being here was enough for her to give her the support that she needs to get going. So thank you for taking an interest and for saying yes to coming along. And definitely reach out and ask lots of questions if you need to. So we'll see you all later. Thank you.